Hey guys, me add some more today, guys. I'll give you guys my instant reaction to Borussia Dortmund 2, Paris Saint-Germain 1. Now, for me, this game was very crazy. This game was really interesting because in the first half, Borussia Dortmund were really trying to score. They were trying their best and trying to score. And PSG put in a very strong defensive display, which is kind of odd. I was expecting PSG to be more offensive, but defending's okay, I guess. And finally, after all the relentless pressure, Dortmund finally broke through in the 69th minute in a very scrappy manner. Let's be real, there was a very lucky deflection, and Erling Haaland gets his goal. And at this point, it was 1-0. This looks set to be the game winner, right? No. It can't be the game winner, right? I mean, Dortmund can't keep clean sheets, right? Or can they? And PSG got one back. Kylian Mbappe, with his incredible speed, going past the defender, doing a leapfrog over the defender, pulls a pass to Neymar, and Neymar taps it in to make it 1-1. At this point, you were like, okay, the game's over, right? I mean, there was no more goals, right? Erling Haaland said, no, I will score one more. And Erling Haaland scored in the 77th minute against the run of play, and the person that gives him the assist is actually Renault. Giovanni Renault. I might have butchered the name. If I did butcher the name, please let me know in the comments below. And Borussia Dortmund hold on to make it 2-1. Neymar tried his absolute best to get a last-ditch equal, and he failed to do so. Meaning that Dortmund they have a 2-1 lead against Paris Saint-Germain, and they could use this. This could be vital when they go to their visit to Parc des Princes. Now remember guys, Manchester United won there 3-1. And so, Dortmund, can they pull off the Manchester United upset and put PSG back to humiliation and humiliate them once again? Potentially. It could really well happen. However, let's be real, guys. PSG played okay today. They weren't at their best, and the stats department doesn't really give you the complete story. I mean, 12 shots, 10 shots, 3 on target. Both teams weren't really good at finishing. However, it was Erling Haaland that made the difference here, and I think that gave Dortmund a very significant advantage here. And you can see everything else is well balanced, except for the yellow cards. I'd say the yellow cards is very crazy, and that's really not good on PSG's part, because let's look at who's suspended for the second leg. Verratti and Thomas Muller are both suspended, which could be bad for them. This could be very detrimental, and I am for sure thinking that this could be very bad. And what I was surprised to see the most is that they put Mbappe at front. I feel like Mbappe works better as a winger. He isn't a center forward by any means. You saw what he did in the World Cup. Like, he plays best as a winger. And with his fast speed, that's the reason why PSG have an away goal. Because if it wasn't for him, PSG would have been dust. I mean, 2-0, that would have been very, very difficult to overturn. Now with 2-1, it's still difficult, but they know that they have an away goal. And if Dortmund playing like this, Dortmund could get a result. Dortmund could pull off a draw, and they could still go through. But PSG, man, they're going to have to outscore them. And I think Cavani or Mario Icardi should have started in Mbappe's place rather than Mbappe himself. Okay? And for the most part, everyone was anticipating Neymar. Neymar. Everyone was expecting him to pull off a big, dominant display. And for the most part, it was underwhelming. You would have surely expected more from Neymar himself. And I think this just goes down to him not playing. I mean, he hasn't played in a while. That is also not fair on his behalf. But he still played decent. And I think second half, he really, really tried his best. But the first half, he really should have made a bigger showing. And I'm kind of a little disappointed with PSG in general, because PSG could have done so much better in this game had they started with the right players. I think the formation was okay. Because Borussia Dortmund, man, they broke through in the space. And the space that was left by the PSG players really did cost them. And let's be real, Dortmund also played a very expansive style too. And both teams pretty much neutralized each other out, honestly. Let's be real. Both teams pretty much canceled each other out. It's just that Haaland was so important for Dortmund that he was a big difference maker. And that's what gives Dortmund a slight advantage going into the second leg. And I think for that is very scary to believe, that Haaland outshines Neymar. And if it wasn't obvious enough, Haaland is my man of the match. And I think I'm going to go ahead and say this, Neymar was PSG's best player in the night. I do think PSG can still go through. I do think PSG have more quality, but they're going to have to show it, man. They're going to have to show it because we keep all praising them. We keep giving them so much hype. But if they can't deliver in Europe, then we can't call them a very good team. Okay, they're going to have to they're going to have to pull off a really big dominant display, because the last time they did that, they did not do too well. Okay, they have to finish the job done and know that they have the home leg to their advantage, and that if they score more times than the opponent, and they have an away goal too, keep that in mind. They have an away goal. Okay, because like I said, guys, if PSG can win the game at the Parc des Princes, with Dortmund not scoring only scoring 1 or 2, and PSG score 5, then it's over, man. PSG need to put a very good display again in the Parc des Princes, and they're going to be playing on March 10th, I believe, or March 11th. I think it's March 11th. My bad. And could you believe it, guys? Haaland is now tied with Robert Lewandowski as a top goal scorer in the Champions League. Could Haaland actually overtake Lewandowski? This is a question I want you guys to answer in the comment section below. For my money, I don't think so. I think Bayern Munich are a better team than Borussia Dortmund, complete-wise. And I fancy Bayern Munich to go further in this competition than Borussia Dortmund. But it's going to be a big fight, man. It's going to be a big fight, because if he can outscore Lewandowski, that's going to be an incredible achievement. All right. So, yeah. That's what I have for you guys today. So let me know what you guys think below in the comment section below, because I am surely excited for the second leg. And the good news for me is the second leg starts at 4 p.m., which is good for me because now I can watch the complete game rather than watching only like 20 minutes. And by the way, for you guys wondering, I did watch like about 30 minutes. I watched just about 30 minutes of this game. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think below in the comment section below. And before I head off, guys, I think Dortmund deserved the win. And before I go ahead and go out, I want to give you guys my initial prediction for this game was a 2-2 draw. That was pretty close. So overall on the day, I'd say I would score 6 goals, and we ended up just seeing like 4 goals. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. And before I head off though, I want to say this though. Witzel was pretty good on the day. Emre Can was good. Hakimi was good. And man, Dortmund looked really good. Okay, Dortmund looked pretty decent. Okay, but we can't comment too much about them because this is at home. Away from home, that's where the real story begins. Hope you guys are doing good, guys. Peace out.